settings page. Yeah, normal stuff. Yeah, a bit about you and me, or whatever you want to put in there. You've then got the submitter. This is your Onlywire username, Onlywire password. Notifications. As I say, the sort of unwritten rule is that if somebody syndicates your stuff, you really should return the favour. So I know I try and get back and syndicate people that syndicate me immediately as soon as I can. So I have all the updates going just to let me know what's going on. Excuse me. Auto syndication. These are all the different services that Onlywire offer, and you can just click the ones that you want to. You don't have to use all of them. A couple of recommendations here. First one, I don't bother auto syndicating the services that have a capture. Now you can actually get the captures done for you by using Death by Capture on one of those services, but I haven't bothered doing that. I just use the services that allow the content without there being any captures. So you know, some of them require captures in the process, so I've avoided those, rightly or wrongly. The other piece of advice is, because you're syndicating other people's stuff as well as your own, you've got a lot of content to syndicate. So I've set up a separate Twitter account for it, and I syndicate in Facebook, not to my to my wall, but to a fan page, which again I've set up to hopefully be a fan page where people will be interested in the broader nature of the content. The content that gets syndicated is really good, but it could be about anything. So I don't want to bombard my friends and family with with such a high volume of random stuff. So just bear that in mind. Then this is really the power. This is the content that you plug into this marvelous syndication service, and it's done through RSS feeds. I hope you know what an RSS feed is. It stands for really simple syndication, and I'm not sure that technically I'm capable of going into any further description than that, but in simple terms, it's a pipe with all your content from the various places that you can stick it, if you don't mind me using the term stick it. It's a pipe of all of that content that you just plug into this, and it gets distributed through this this content syndication setup. So at the top of that, we've got the Empower Network feed. I use the Empower Network blog. It is so powerful combined with this. It really does enable you to go for really quite competitive keywords and rank very, very easily without doing any other sort of fancy backlinking stuff. If you want to take on the fancy backlinking stuff, you can go for even more powerful and competitive keywords. So you can also use RS Mix. So if you want to mix up some RSS feeds and plug that into here, you can do that. The bottom one is a Twitter statuses timeline RSS feed. This is difficult to find. I put this on the blog. So if you're watching this video on YouTube, there'll be a link in the description which will take you back to my blog. I will put all the links and instructions in written form, and linking out, so as you can you don't have to come back to the video and pause it or do anything like that. You can grab all this stuff off the website, because there's a couple of things that are quite useful, and one of them is being able to plug your Twitter statuses user timeline in, because when you do that, and these things are then syndicated, it effectively makes some retweets, and retweets are powerful. So that is really good. So certainly I'll put all the details to help you do that. The other little advice is probably to put together a little file of all your RSS feeds, because you might want to know what you've done. As you see, I've got mixtures here. I've got a couple of Twitter ones, don't use that particular Twitter setup. It's actually changed, but I'll put all that on the site. But you can mix these feeds up in RSX mix and plug them in, so effectively you can have, and the one here, and the reason I've just put this on, I've opened this up today and realised that though I have got my YouTube feed plugged into one of the RSS mixes, I didn't actually put it on this little notepad document, and you want to be doing that. If you don't know, if you post videos to YouTube, your channel will have an RSS feed. You want to get that promoted as well. So if you put all your videos onto your blog post, you want to promote both your blog post and your YouTube channel, because your posting in YouTube will get greater value and go up within the YouTube search engine. So that is really important, and I wanted to emphasize that. There's another couple of things here. Google Plus don't offer an RSS feed, but there's a service out there that enables you to create an RSS feed out of your Google Plus account. You want to be doing that, and again, you can plug that into your feed mix. Pinterest, they do offer an RSS feed, but it's not easy to find. I don't think it's easy to find. I know I was researching a lot of these things, and effectively the former is the same. I think I literally just copied this down, but you can, that setup there with your username with just feed.rss at the behind your Pinterest account will be your RSS feed, and you want to be using that if you use images in your blog posts and at all, because Pinterest is again a tremendous source of traffic. I will put all of this into the blog post, so don't worry that it's a bit all over the place. Apologies for that. As I say, there is some craziness going on here, and it will be clearer in the blog post underneath the video. But the video is primarily just to sort of show you how easy it is. So all you do is you combine Tribepro with Onlywire, and you get tons and tons of linking, link juice. You get additional traffic, and it's all good. So I hope this has been helpful. As I say, if you're watching on YouTube, there's a link in the description that'll take you to the blog where this will be written out in a far more sane format. And if you're watching it on the blog, underneath this particular video, there'll be other videos. I plan on putting some other people's videos in, because there's people that have previewed Tribepro from a different perspective, and I think it's helpful to have a different perspective. So I'll put some of those on there, as well as the instructions as well. So they'll be underneath. Thank you ever so much. Bye bye.